Over the years of Nexus, we've come to think about the organization as having its own personality and its own spirit, in many ways like a person does. And that it's emerged out of that part of the organizational culture that's been created over time. And that is motivated by certain experiences and reflections, and there are instances and moments and thoughts and rituals that make it happy and make it smile. And there are words, keywords, and language and conditions that kind of trigger and lift up creativity and hope for us. But there are also events and experiences that make us pause. And at times be quiet. In some cases even unsure of ourselves. And we've learned that that's an important part of the organization to consider, to honor it as an aspect of how we target our path of work and our impact. As much as it is about being important that we set bold goals and strategies. And like people, organizational personalities can shift and grow over time and experience. Is how organizations become wise and full of wisdom. And so we spent very intentionally time together creating space with laughter, filling it with camaraderie, having doors open so that people have access to people, sharing stories, avoiding these small kind of subgroup conversations where we talk about things to the side, and instead practicing together a lot of what-ifs and a lot of problem solving. And you know these places because you can walk into them sometimes and you can feel whether they're there or whether they're not. And we've been able to foster a culture and the wisdom that draws certain people to it and gives the collective a unique strength that none of us as individuals could ever have alone. And in times when we don't know or can't see the path, we rely on that quiet strength to help pull us through. That's first. Second, we know that there's no way to guarantee there's no guarantee or perfect formula for success. But what we can do is calculate the basic conditions that increase our possibilities. So I'll walk a little path. We began with 100%, the highest that we had of integrity and value, and that was about truth-telling, doing what we say we would do, and being able to speak to that we couldn't do, straightforward, being consistent, steady, holding the principle, and even in uncertain times, being authentic in all that we do, and holding a sense of accountability to something greater than us, because that was important to us. Then we multiplied that integrity and values by vision and creativity. That entailed imagining possibilities that didn't exist and speaking to the future in ways that helped us and others see the future and experience it as if it was the present. At the same time, appreciating and using history as instruction about the future and having a strong belief in and value for the gifts of people. And part of that is about creating and maintaining space that others can bring their full, authentic selves to the work. And we've seen that in our team, and we see that in the relationships that we develop with other people. And then we added to that vision and creativity courage and commitment. And that's about having the courage to take stances and take chances and say and do that which is truthful, despite the risk involved. And to find and build others that share similar vision and values, but be really, really purposeful in working with others that don't, right? And then to learn to listen to that voice within the voice. That deeper intuitive knowledge, knowing that lives inside of us, is more than a feeling. It's a base of knowledge that you can rely on to get where you're trying to go. And then we divided all of the above by focus and strategy. There was lots that we could have been doing, but we had to exercise a whole lot of letting go. We had to take vision and creativity to a more defined and crystallized set of goals, and those clear steps help act, and activities help guide us toward fruitful results, but also through some turbulent times. And somewhere along the way, we also learned that we had to create the environment that we worked in at the very same time that we do the work. So we had to move systems. We had to change narratives. We had to push policies. It made our work not easy, but easier. And then we tried to minus out all of the unnecessary distractions. We looked at all the patterns, the levers, and approaches that led to us standing still, and we put external things in context. We know that things can come with 100% value, but we get to assign the amount of stress weight that we carry. That's on us. And we discovered that. We learned that we didn't have to compete with others, but do what we do best and let the craft tell the story. You don't have to prove the cases. This is what led to this kind of, this equaled our strength of possibilities, clarity, and endurance. It allowed us to come out of the gate moving forward, nimble, flexible, and not just get prepared to come out the gate. It allowed us greater clarity on where we spend our time, our energy, and our resources. It allowed us to dig deep and pull from within that which we needed to move forward. It allowed us to tap the bench strength of our team and the personality, spirit, and wisdom of the organization when we needed that little bit of extra confidence. And it helped form a place where people knew that the whole is more important than any individual in the space, that the whole is greater than any of its parts. The third lesson for us was that we learned that just like people, organizations can't do it by themselves. So Nexus has been guided and supported by most, if not all of you in this room. It has been a powerful and a beautiful gift to us. And we look forward to the journey moving forward. So thank you to all that you bring to Nexus and all that you bring to the work. And we look forward to spending time and learning and moving on possibilities in the future with you. Thank you and enjoy yourselves.